Alright folks, welcome back to the Boys YouTube channel. It's time for a post-match reaction to Hibs now, Celtic 2 today in the Scottish Premiership. I'm joined by Alistair to go again. How you doing, Alistair?
Good, thanks, pal, yourself.
Aye, good. We may as well just get on to the game in that. Start with the team. Obviously, the team was unchanged from last week's win over Kilmarnock. Scales was a goal back four of Alistair Johnson, Carter Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, O'Reilly, Tati, Forrest, Kuhn, and Kyogo. Alistair, what was your overall thoughts of the game today?
It was I found, I found it the most routine game uh, we've, uh, we've had in recent years at Easter Road, to be fair. I mean, Hibs weren't great, but to be fair to us, I thought the first half was as well as I've pass the ball, move the ball and stuff, and I didn't want the half time to come, to be honest with you.
Aye. I thought first half really good. We get the goal within 3 minutes. It's a good kind of run from Kyogo. Shocking defending, if I'm being honest, for the Hibs defenders. Kyogo takes the shot. Then Forrest actually, I think, was the cross. And then obviously Kuhn's there to tap it home. Alistair obviously Kuhn scored again today. He's looking. He seems to be adding a lot more to his game than it was when he came in.
Yep, he certainly is. He's very Abada-esque. That's what I found when if you remember how Abada used to always become a second striker. Nicholas Kuhn's getting that trait, and we're starting to see why we paid the money for him.
Aye. I think it was good to see him again. He starts obviously the move with Kyogo and then Kyogo takes the shot. Forrest with a good crossing, couldn't miss. But then we kept going. To be honest, I'm going to be honest with you, I was shocked with the standard of Hibs. If I'm being honest, it was pretty poor. I think they're going to be a long way off it again this season on that showing.
They're
But
miles off it, yeah, they're
aye,
miles off it.
but the second goal came uh, just about 15 minutes later, and it's
It's an
absolute.
absolute peach.
It's a wonder strike, as they would say on Celtic TV, from Callum McGregor. Absolutely unbelievable. And if that is what people do after retiring from international football, please can the whole team go and do that because it was superb.
I did notice Steve Clark and John Campbell there. They
Aye.
must have been like that. Fuck.
Aye. I know. But it was a brilliant finish, Alistair.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was very like Cal McGregor's cup final goal against Murrow. I thought
Aye.
very like that. But no, that was a Cal McGregor special. That's the goal of the weekend for me.
Aye. Um, the first half we kept going. I honestly don't know how it finished 2-0 in the first half. We probably could have had a lot more. I just think we struggled to finish. Kyogo, just doesn't seem to have the confidence to know that he's needing to go and finish the chances. He's done. I think he done everything else right in it the day. I think his link up play was good, but it was just that final bit where he just couldn't finish it off. You could see him getting frustrated at Scales. It wasn't the only one. At the passing isn't getting played forward to him. What do you think about Kyogo? Obviously, has to be. Know he's a confidence player, and obviously he's not scored away from home since Hearts in September, I think, last season,
Yeah, it would be the 4-1 game.
which is
Yeah.
nearly coming up for a year. So it's quite when I heard that, I was like, oh,
Yeah, but don't worry, his favourite opposition is due to come up shortly, so I'm pretty sure he'll make up for it. But I think I think Rogers made a good point in his press conference after the game. He said, "I'm no one my striker to score 40 goals as long as they're contributing and goals are coming from all over the park." No, so Kyogo because the first two seasons under the previous manager, um, will always be expected, but we play a different way now, Josh. And and Rogers, as I always said, isn't he the type of manager that's going to rely on his striker? He'll want his striker to score goals, obviously, but it's not the be all and end all.
Aye, beginning of the first half, we're 2-0 up, we're cruising, and yeah, maybe I cannot, me personally, obviously want to win the game, and but you want to maybe see another, maybe 2, 3, but I'm not 100% that bored. But the second half, and it did concern me slightly that the drop off in the second half. Obviously, that was a bit of a problem last season. Now, I never for once thought that Celtic were ever in danger of losing the game, or I don't know if it was just a controlling exercise. Rogers spoke a lot about his press conference in Sky, saying we need to be a bit more just over ruthless over the two halves, which I agree with. Alistair, I want to come on. I want to come on, and I don't want to be too harsh on him, but I've said this for a long time, and I don't think he put a foot wrong today, but there were certain points where I just he's going to get punished in Europe, and it's for me. It's Liam Scales, and I don't want to be come across ultra negative, but for me, it needs to be said. I think sometimes when he's in a defensive area and he's trying to pass it out, he can get into can get himself into a lot of bother. Um, the difference is when you've got Cameron Carter Vickers on that other side, when he's on the ball, you know 99 times out of 100, you don't need to worry because you know he'll find the right pass. Um, I'm not convinced that Liam Scales is
Liam,
Celtic. Is
Liam,
Celtic's should be one of Celtic's number one centre halves.
Liam Scales is cover, and hope, please God, put please, if there's a God, buy us a centre half, a left back, a striker, please. I would
That's
even take the three positions.
um because I'm not saying Liam Scales is a bad football player. I think defensively he's good at times, but you can say if it was a foul or not. But there was one time he just completely misjudges the ball,
Yeah,
and
the
and
bounce.
if
That's basics,
if a better opposition in Hibs, say an Atletico Madrid, they're going to punish that.
definitely.
So it's just food for thought. I think he's good for a backup centre half, but I would be really fearing at this
Mm.
moment in time if Cameron Carter Vickers get injured. Now, even if we did have another centre half, I still would be as well. But I just think you look at, like, for instance, we've had like Maurice James and stuff like that. Wasn't he like fantastic or anything? But he done a job. I just
£12 million centre half these days.
I think we need a centre half that can complement Vickers well as well, because if you look at the in the second half when Hibs kind of had to have a go in the last half hour, they brought on their new signing. I can't remember what his name is.
Is that the boy for Fulham?
Boy, I can't remember what his name is, but we
Aye,
brought him on, and Cameron Carter Vickers, for which is a rarity these days, gets kind of out muscled, and to be honest,
uh,
it's a good strike for the
yeah.
Hibs player, but and
I
that's
don't think he was ever beaten Michael for
no, I don't think
that.
he was ever going to beat him, but I think we need a centre half of Cameron Carter Vickers at times. But there was once as well where he get caught really far up the pitch. See if that ever happens. We need a centre half back there. We know it's going to be all right and it's going to be secure. I don't get that with Scales. I don't.
We could go and get the Swedish version of. I mean, I long for Cal Starfield. I know that's controversial, but I I think it would be a no-brainer.
I don't think it's. As I said, I don't think Cameron Starfelt put a foot Romans at Celtic, but I don't want to come across because I don't think Scales is terrible. I just think there's bits in there that I still don't really feel secure about.
No,
And I think a
not
centre half. I think a
not
centre half is
Forbes is
needed.
terrible.
I think a centre half is needed. Anyway,
Then
because Nanoki clearly isn't the answer. Lagerbielke isn't the answer. Don't get me started in Stephen Welsh, um, because he's always injured. So we need a centre half brought in. I'd be really disappointed if a centre half is not brought in before the deadline because it's a position it's needed strength. It needs strengthening. Um,
yeah, purely because what one either Naroki or or Naroki Kobayashi, remember him? Um,
mhm.
Naroki Kobayashi and Lagerbielke. At least two of them's going to go,
Aye.
I believe.
I think as well, right? Like as well, I've thought a lot because do you know who honestly I thought I had a really good game, really got a decent game of it, and he gets a lot of stick off me, off you, probably off a lot of sides. I thought
Yeah,
Greg Taylor was
yeah,
solid today. I genuinely
yeah.
did. I thought he was good today. I thought his crossing was on point. It was that cross he done for Kyogo. It's a good save for the goalkeeper. So, and I've seen mixed. Some people saying he was terrible. I thought he was. I don't think there was any player today that didn't put a foot wrong. I genuinely don't, and I include Scales. That either was bits where he was wobbly, but I don't think he ever done anything to put us in severe danger.
I would, I would like to point out something, and I would ask anybody that doubts what I'm about to say here, go back and watch it. Did you notice how Alistair Johnson and Nicholas Kuhn were linking up? That
Aye,
was really encouraging for me because
aye. Well, we may as well
really
talk
encouraging.
about Kuhn for a bit. Me personally, I'm delighted to see him because I've made it clear here, and I think there's he's got a tough ride off Celtic supporters. Let's not beat around the bush about it. I've always been consistent in saying be patient and give him a full pre-season because it was fans at the end of last season want to get rid of him, and you're like
Nathan?
just I was Nathan on this podcast. You're like just be patient, just give him time, give him a. He's not had a full pre-season yet, and
And
he's
he's
got that
only a
full pre.
boy.
He's got that full pre-season. He spoke it to Sky after the game alongside Callum, and he said that I feel I'm improving, and he told us give me a full pre-season, and he done really well in pre-season with the games against Chelsea and Man City. Um, did they play against? No, I don't think he played against Chelsea, did he?
No,
No, he was injured.
no, he never.
Aye,
Uh, no, he never.
but I think overall he's got a goal last week. I think he get an assist. Did he get an assist last week?
I did. He
So he's
he made he made he made the one of the passes for Hatati's goal.
aye. So he's got
With
two
him
goals.
that started the move.
He's got he's obviously scored two goals and he got an assist today as well. So he started off really well, and I just hope he can keep it up. The one thing I would be picky about Kuhn, if I'm going to be picky, this is me just being extremely picky. He needs to see if he can release that ball a bit quicker instead of holding on to it for too long. Then I think that's when we'll really see Nicholas Kuhn because it's in there. I just think sometimes when it gets to the edge of the box, it's a bit tippy tappy, and then he just
Al-
just needs to hold
Although,
on to it.
although I will say this, the part that they did look very sticky on the telly. It, it looked as if it hadn't been watered and it looked very dry. However, however, I genuinely thought to give you a to give you a summary of the game, job done. We've not got the best record at Easter Road as everybody keeps telling us. 6 out of 6, 6 goals scored, 5 different goal scorers, and and no and no reasonable no and with a promise we're going to strengthen and and no goals conceded. Incidentally, Casper Schmeichel's distribution.
Well,
Praise the Lord.
I want to speak about recruitment because it's not and I don't want to come on here and be overcritical because this is where I will be critical on the best set behind the scenes because we spoke a lot about the team. We should not be bringing on Mikey Johnson, Yang to finish a game. That's no disrespect to the two players, but we had a front three, a Dyson Maida, Mikey Johnson, and Yang to finish a game against Hibs. Now, Maida's out of that. I'm not including Maida obviously because we know what Maida can do. Johnston, give me peace, and
That
Yang,
sums up Mikey Johnson's Celtic when it comes on
and it's
and
unfortunate.
Gaddafi Costa.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, obviously. It's just been a big clatter with the goalkeeper. Um, but we need signings in because that is the one we've got the manager as he showed again today, and he and I think see him bringing on Mikey Johnson. I think he's sending yet another message to the board and saying you better back me because
It's like a
Brendan
silent scream at it, really.
Brendan Rodgers is vastly overqualified for the Celtic job, right? He is. Let's be honest, right? And he's overqualified for keep winning Scottish Premierships, which that is the as he would put it the bread and butter. But he's want to come here and do something else, do something in Europe. So if we are,
Yeah.
and there's been umpteen messages, and for me the ball just don't seem to be getting the message. I
Well,
want quality.
the press conference was again. I don't know if you've seen it, Josh. The Celtic way put it up, and to be honest with you, it's copy and paste.
Yeah,
We know what we need, yada
aye.
yada yada, and we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. Sound familiar?
And it's like so you said we might get players in that right. So that sounds to me that he doesn't sound confident that the people above him can go and get what he needs, and it's frustrating, right, when you see right because I distance myself the both for the players in the park, but it's hard to we've won 2-0, really good performance, but there's still that wee niggle in the back of the head that we've still got quality to add, and we're looking to really be hitting our stride. We've continued through last season into pre-season and then into starting the league season, and it just frustrates me a bit that this shouldn't be lingering in the background.
No.
The board should be like all together with the fans and the club and the manager and the players. But there seems to be this still that disconnect there. But it shouldn't be because we're getting it right on the pitch. We've had two good games in the league, as you says, two clean sheets, and we've scored 6 goals. So I just don't understand what the board are trying to do. Why
When's
would
the,
you not want to be moving?
when's the time to bring in players?
Aye. Why would you not want to be moving with the fans and keeping the feel good factor up?
I'm going to use your favourite phrase here, Josh. Read the room.
Aye. And that's why I've kind of kept because we know I don't really get frustrated about the transfer dealings because we know what we need come the end of the window. I'll get
Thanks,
frustrated.
Brendan.
I'll get frustrated if they're not brought in the window, but it just frustrates me because you need better quality coming off the bench. I w-
I,
b- bef- Before we
I'm
finish up,
beginning. I'm beginning to. I'll say that before you move on. I'll say that I'm beginning to paint the placards. To be honest with you,
aye,
when you get in the front gate. To be honest, because I just think that us as supporters were entitled to ask the 11th of August and we've still only spent £4.5 million.
aye,
I think we're entitled to a wee bit more.
And I think, like, and this is the one that I want to move on as well. Kyogo's shoulder is becoming a bit of a worry now. I didn't really want to mention it, but he went down far too many times for my liking today, and that's probably that's
Yeah.
with the shoulder problem. The fact that we know this guy's got the shoulder problem. Kyogo Furuhashi played 30 odd games last season. Your striker should not be playing 30 odd games. It should be going between the two of them.
And why was it no dealt with in the summer?
Um, so Kyogo, I think, has been, and maybe that's why Kyogo's maybe not scoring. I just think it's been all the pressure seems to be on him because he's the only player here. We saw when Ida was here. We'll go into him in a minute. We saw when Ida was here, the pressure shifted, so it was just two of them are trying to basically trying to lift the load together. And I think Ida needs to be brought in this week.
Uh, well, you
Big-
took the words right out of my mouth. I was
And I think
going
he
to
will.
say, if he does not win this week, I fear, I fear for the deal because I know we've said this time and again, but if he's not in this week, and if we, we all heard the Norwich manager's comments yesterday when he basically said there's a rebuild at Norwich. Now, I know this isn't a Norwich podcast, but at the end of the day, he did say there's a boy, Roe, is it, going
Aye,
to
Roy's got him all
Marseille
say. Aye.
go to Marseille, and he said after that, and it wouldn't be the only one. Now, if that's no Adam Eades going to Celtic, come on, so just get it done, get him in get him in the door, get him. Not only that, Josh, get him ready for the next week game. I mean, the
Aye,
League Cup will take care of itself. I,
well, Brendan Rodgers has already come out and said that like he's hopeful we'll get him in. He was asked about him again today in Sky, and he came out with the Norwich player thing again. He's going to come out with that. But Brendan Rodgers said last week on the press conference, but his pre-match press conference, he said, "Hope we can get him in." Now, if he's come out and said that and it doesn't go through, he's going to look one idiot,
uh,
and that's when really questions are going to be asked. But I fully expect it to be done
yeah,
by next
well,
week.
I expect the next podcast we do, Josh, will have a picture of Adam in a Celtic shirt.
Aye.
Please, please, God, please, just don't make it the third cat one, please.
Um, but I think that's pretty much it. We've kind of covered everything. As we said, we need to get a striker in. Obviously, we need to. I personally mean centre half and a left back.
Who's your man of the match, Josh?
Man of the match for me. I think you need to get Nicholas KUHN a goal and an assist. You can't really. Um, I
Yeah,
don't.
well,
I don't think. I'm not saying players didn't stand out. I don't think anybody standed out wildly. I think
it
everybody
was
just
a
kind of was a
solid
team
7 out
performance.
of 10 performance, I would say.
Aye. So I would say Nicholas KUHN just for the fact he got the Sky man of the match and he
Yeah,
got a goal and an assist. What
uh,
about you?
I, I would. I actually thought Matt O'Reilly, but I think
You
we're
did,
all,
I don't think he had his best game today, if I'm being brutal here.
yeah, well,
I don't think
hopefully,
him or Haratati did have the best.
hopefully he's just trying his best to put suitors off for
Uh,
another 6 months. That would do me
um,
personal. But no, Nicholas couldn't, I think, deserving a special pat in the back for the start of the season.
I think he was under a lot of pressure to perform. I think he's
I wonder what
slowly,
I wonder what German is for get it up, you know.
uh, no, but I think he's slowly proving a lot of people wrong, which is good to see. But we'll probably wrap it up there for post match reaction 2 wins from 2 in the league for Celtic, and we'll be back throughout the week, hopefully announcing that Adam Ida has signed permanently for Celtic, or just somebody's signed permanently, or somebody's signed.
Yeah.
And then we'll obviously probably have a podcast during the week as well, building up to, as we play Hibs again in the Premier Sports Cup, whatever it's called now. But until then, speak to you later, and hail ho.